keep saying hello because of the ads. So let me just make sure I'm on my iPad. Good morning, good morning. Hope you are well. Good morning. I can't even see myself on my iPad yet, so... Oh, I think I'm on now. So, good morning, everybody. Please say hello if you are watching. And good morning and welcome to Coffee and Card Round 12, Week 4. Yeah, the penultimate week of the hand-penned suite. So it's another lovely sunny Tuesday here today. I'm feeling summery with my t-shirt on. The birds are tweeting outside, so let's get a little bit of crafting done. Let me turn this around. Oops. Oopsie sauce. Let me just see how we are sorted for the screen. Oh, you've got a nice chest shot there. Okay, let's just move that up a bit. And that's probably a little bit better. So I've got my coffee. Hope you've got your coffee or your tea or your drink, whatever you're drinking. Got my nice flat white. It's one of those little sachets. Very nice. Okay, so we are, let me see who's on. Hiya Jill, hi Maria, hi Fiona. There's 8 watching. Please say hello, don't be shy. Let me just pop this on my laptop. I don't really need it on my laptop. I don't know why I need it on the iPad. I've remembered to bring the iPad today, so I'm just going to tie my hair back and sit up straight and do a little bit of crafting with you. So we're still doing the hand-penned stamp set. For those of you who've got the stamp set, we are going to be doing a little bit of cutting out today. If you've got the dies, you can use your dies, but I'm going to cut out because I always do it sort of the hardest way, if that makes sense, for the people who don't have the dies. Ooh, got a little creature who's obviously flown in and scampered across my desk there. Off we go, thank you very much. Right, so last week we did the Memories and More card. We did very little stamping, so this week we're back to stamping. And we are going to be doing a very lilac-y based card this week. And I don't know why I've actually got spares in this. So this is the card we are going to do today. We're going to be doing a little bit of stamping. We're going to be doing some stamping off. Let me show you that closer up. And do you remember we saved those pearls? Yeah? If you remember, they were in week 1's card and I said save those for later. You had more than you needed. Well, today is later. Hi Ali. No, there was a little creature, something crawling across. I don't know where that's come from. But it is an old mill building, so at least there's no birds tapping at the window anymore. Right, so this is the card pack. Let me see what I put you in your card pack. Because obviously I did it ages ago. Probably about 6 weeks ago. So I do forget. And I've probably not got the pearls because I've not saved them from week 1, but that's all good. I had a full pack, I think. But anyway, it doesn't matter if I don't put them on. So, in your pack, you have a mint macaron card base and you have a Highland Heather mat. And we are going to use this piece of paper today. Okay, we're going to use that on there. And you also have, I think it's more or less a square of white card, and that's for doing your stamping. And then I have put you 2 of these in. Now this punch is retired, but I wanted to use it because it's the perfect size for the congratulations. Now we are getting into wedding season, weddings are happening again. Craig actually played at his first wedding for like 18 months on Saturday, which was rather exciting. So what we're going to do first is we are going to cut our paper. So let me just get my ruler and the paper. Is 7 by 11.3. So the paper is 7 by 11.3. And there's no sort of right way or wrong way with this. Okay, so your paper's 7 centimetres by 11.3 centimetres, and then that will sit in your mat, which is ½ centimetre bigger. So your mat's 7.5 by 11.8. Oh, I've just seen Maria's asked, so I've just answered that question, Maria. So yeah. Okay. Oh, hi, Ali. So we can put that to one side temporarily and do a little bit of stamping, because there's quite a bit of stamping today, which is good because last week we didn't hardly have any. So the first thing we're going to do is open up, well, no, actually, we're going to pop our mat for stamping on under our paper. And I think I did give you a grid paper, didn't I, this time? Yeah. And I'm going to take my mint macaron ink pad, and I'm going to take this stamp, this one. And I'm going to grab a block. Just does sort of fit on block D, this one. And what I'm going to do, you can see here, I've just used mint macaron ink on mint macaron card. And I love the sort of tone on tone effect that you get with that. So you don't really, you don't really need to stamp in the middle because you're not going to see it. So what I would do is, we're just decorating like the outside edge. So you can rotate your stamp so it looks like it's 2 different stamps, because you only see part of it. So you only need to come in about 1 inch around the edge. Don't waste time stamping on bits that you won't actually be seeing. And this is a little technique I like for any floral stamp set. Okay, so that was this stamp, and now I can put that away. I will clean that, but I'm going to put it away, out of the way for now. These stamps have been very well loved. And I'm going to take out the large, I'd say this is the signature stamp of the stamp set, if I'm honest. You know, you get one stamp sometimes in a stamp set that's like the signature stamp. And I think this is the one. Oops. So we're going to take our white card, and I've chosen to stamp with basic grey. You could actually do it with mint macaron. I'm wondering if I can actually fit 2 on here. Probably not, but if you want to be frugal and try, You might be able to. There we go. Oh, that's quite dark. It must be fairly new. One. It's darker than my one at home. Okay, so you've got quite a bit of card left there. I was stamping something else on. I always try and add a little bit extra. So we finished with that stamp as well. So I'm going to be good and just put them out of the way and then clean them in a bit. And then I'm going to take out and I'm going to line them up so you can see all the filler in stamps. So I will show you from the front which ones they are, because we're using many of the stamps in this card, on this card. Okay, so we are using this stamp, we are using this one and this one and then the double one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to use both of the leaves. So I've just got a selection of blocks out. I wonder if I've got enough. Probably not. Never mind, we can swap once we've done the stamping. Well, I've got enough for the flowers, so that's good. Okay. So, as you can see here, it's probably easy to show you on the unstamped piece of card. If you're watching, if you could do a thumbs up, that would be amazing. I've got no thumbs ups yet, so I'm going to do one. So I've just had to get rid of the chat and then do a thumbs up. So that would be ace if you could. So, we're going to stamp the big one first, but what I'm going to do, if you can see here, I've actually stamped off so it's a little bit lighter. And that's a trick to make it look like we've got different shades of lilac or Highland Heather ink pads. So I'm just going to check my stamp's clean. And I'm going to ink up my stamp off. And then stamp. And these are designed to not fill in the image perfectly. And I love that that's paler. Now, if you want this one to be darker, then don't stamp it off. If you want the others to be pale, then just reverse, you know, what you want to do. Whenever I'm doing something like this, I always like to start with the biggest image when I'm stamping it. So now I'm going to do the next one. I'd call this the medium single flower. And I'm not going to stamp off with this one. I'm going to ink it up. And I like to line up that little white bit with the little bit that's missing there. And then, oof, that's a full strength one. You see, that's a bit gorgeous grape, that. Very nicely, very inky, that one. Okay, so we've done with that one. And then I'm going to move down to the small individual flower. And again on this one, I am going to stamp off. But I might just stamp off gently. Like, give it a tickle. Like that. Okie doke. Then the last flowers are the double ones. Oh, I've just dropped it. It just fell off my thing. Hang on. Drop them on the floor. If they do lose the sticky, just rinse them under the tap and get the sticky back. So I'm going to do one at full strength here. I couldn't get my head under the camera then, so I feel a bit... Oh, hi Margaret. Yeah, hope you're all right, love. And then I've stamped that one off. So we've done with our we've done with our stamps. Now what I've just done is, if you're going to be, say, leaving your stuff out and crafting, you know, you might want to carry on after today's crafting and not put your stamps away. Sometimes I put a larger block in front of me, and when I've taken the stamps off the small blocks, I just put them all on here so that they're safe and I can see where they are. So now I'm going to do the leaves. We've finished with the Highland Heather. So we're back to mint macaron. And I'll start with the largest one. Now, you can, I think, do these leaves either way and you get a different effect. I think they definitely go like that way, but I like to switch it round and get a different effect. And then what I like to do on the little leaves is I like to do a dark stamping and a light stamping. So what I'd ink this one up and stamp here and then stamp straight on the next one to get like the dark and the light effect of the leaves there. Yeah, and it really starts to come to life when you start stamping the leaves, I find. There we go. There we have our image. Now, of course, if you have the dies, which are here, then go ahead and cut out your image with the lovely die and cut that out. Okay, but some of my ladies, to make it cost effective, I try and do the cards without using the dies. So I'm going to cut this out now. I'm going to have a little cutting bit. So as I always say, I try and leave a little bit of white space. Now, don't feel like you have to go right down here when you're cutting, because I don't think the die does. Let's see. No, I don't think it does. So we'll see what it looks like. So I do leave a little sort of millimetre around the edge. And I'm just moving the card rather than moving my scissors. My scissors sort of stay in a similar position, and then I twist the card round. Oh, we're quiet this morning, ladies. I've got a fly now buzzing around in the office. You can probably hear it because I've got the windows open. So I'm going to be on Facebook this afternoon at 1:30. And I'm going to be making some projects with the plants, stamps and papers. Oh, you're making wrapping paper, fancy. It's not for my birthday present, is it, Fiona? I'm joking. I have a birthday coming up on Saturday. 48. Okay. So I've now cut that out. And I'm going to set that to one side, and I'm going to stamp my little sentiment. Now I've given you 4 chances here because you've got 2 punched out shapes, and you've also got, you can try on each side. So you have got 4 chances of getting the stamp right. And this is a great card for a wedding, actually, I think. In fact, I told Craig I'd make him some cards so when he goes and does his music, and he can leave a card for the bride and groom, and then I can put my details on the back. 48 spring chicken. So I always have a practice. It's quite a delicate sentiment, this, quite delicate, so little taps. And you'll often see me inking at the edge with a stamp like this. And that's because we tend to go to the middle for the larger stamps. So you do find you've got ink left at the edge. So I'll do little taps around the edge to ink it up. And then I'll have a go on here. But I'm not going to stress because I know I've got another one. Oh. Well, I'm quite happy with that one, actually. It's probably leaning a tiny bit to the right, but nothing that would offend anyone, I'm sure. Oh, I've now got 16 on watching, so please do say hello and issue a thumbs up if you want to. That would be brilliant. I was going to use this side of the paper, but it was going to be too busy, so I decided to go with this side. Okay, so I've stuck that on there, and then that's going to stick on the card base. Like so. Now I've mounted this up with some foam pads. Oops. Don't know why I've got so filthy. I think it's the basic grain pad. And then I'm just going to sort of pop it in the centre. And I like to have the leaves, if you use the leaves as a guide, so that leaf's sort of pointing to sort of 12 o'clock. And you've got these leaves. So I've got that, yeah. And then, little sentiment, what I want to do is pop this. I don't really want to cover that nice flower up. So I'm okay with covering the leaves. Now, this is a little trick. So we've got half of this sentiment that we need to stick onto the stamped image that's already laid up, but then the other half we need a foam pad on. So we need to have sort of split adhesives on here. We need glue at this side to stick it straight onto this because it's already raised up, and we need a bit of a foam pad at the end just to balance it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of the side bits, cut it off, and then pop that there and see it's balanced and it's level now. Oh, I've just got a delivery. Hiya.
Folding.
Oh, it's just they've moved. It's that one there, 101. Right at the end, yeah. Thanks. Oh, it wasn't for me, the delivery. So I'm going to pop a bit of glue here. And then stick it on there. And I'm happy that it's sticking out beyond the mat. Just make sure I'm happy that that's straight. Okay. Now, let me see if my pearls are in the card one bag. Surprise, surprise, they are. So, remember this card we did on week 1? Yeah. Well, we used a couple of the dark ones and a light one. Well, I did anyway. You could do what you wanted. We had some pearls left. So, I don't know what you've got left. I think you had 5 of each, if I remember. I'm not so sure, because I've got 4 light coloured and 3 dark. Now, actually on this one, I think I might use the light ones rather than the dark ones, just to make it a bit different. So, again, I always work in odd numbers with things like this. So I'm going to pop 3 on. I'm going to pop 1 there, 1 here, and 1 down here. They might actually even look nice in the centres of the flowers. I'm not going to do it, but I wonder what they'll look like. Oh yeah, they do, look. I think it'd be pearl overload if I did that, but that's an idea for you too, as well. Okay. So let's clear away. Oops, I nearly lost a leaf. I'm just going to stick those onto that big block. Okay, and I'll stick my congratulations on there, so I know all my stamps are safe over there. Right, so there are our cards from this morning's, from week 4. Oh, thanks Fiona, thank you. Oh, I'm up to 18 now. Welcome. Please say hello, especially if it's your first time. But please don't feel you have to. I'm here every Tuesday morning at 10:30 doing coffee and card. This is round 12. Round 12. I started doing this last April. 64 weeks ago, something like that. And we've got 1 more week left of this one, and then I'll be starting the peach one on Tuesday the 13th of July. I'm ordering the final things for that today. So if anybody does want a place, then please let me know. And then I hopefully should be able to get your stuff to you. Everybody else who's ordered, I've got your stuff. So this is week 4, next week's week 5. And one thing I've started doing, which I did on the previous round. What was the previous one before this? Was it the strawberries? Yes, it was the strawberries. On the previous round, on the final week, I'm doing more of a fancy fold, and that's something that I've wanted to carry forward now. So next week, we're going to be doing a fancier fold, a fold out card, and this is it tied up. And we're back to peaches next week, the peachy colours. Well, it's papaya. So this is it folded up. And it all opens up into like a trifold card. So it's a little bit different next week. And it shows off the papers. And it's just a little bit of a fancy card. I'm not going to open it because I think I have taken 1 photo, but maybe I need to take some more photos. So I don't want to ruin my bow. So I will show you next week, yeah? So that's next week's card, the last week. What do I need to tell you? Well, it's the last day of June tomorrow. So the mini catalogue, the current mini catalogue everything finishes in that catalogue tomorrow. So if there's something in there that's not carried over into the new catalogue that you're wanting to get your hands on, please let me know ASAP. And some of you will have seen I've started doing various shares and kits and just enhancing and adding to the ones that I already offer. So I'm now going to be doing a ribbon share every month, and this is the one I'm offering in July, and it's an in colour one. Some of you have already got some of the ribbons, but how cute are these little blue boxes? They'll be coming in the post to you like this. Now I was short of the polished pink, so there is one ribbon missing from in here, but this is the in colour share, and you actually get 3 meters of each, so it's quite a lot. It's a third of a reel. Is 9 meters on a reel, so you're getting a third of a reel of each of the 5 colours. So as I say, polished pink's missing, but it's £11 collected or £12.95 posted P&P, because believe it or not, these little boxes, they're not the cheapest, but they do look nice for my ribbon shares. And you will then have 15 meters of ribbon. If you wanted a reel of every ribbon, it would cost you £32.50, I think. So that's on my events page on the product share. So it's events.thepaperhaven.co.uk/product share. And I've got my parcel in the, let me type that in actually. I'll have to do it on one hand on the iPad. Events. Oh, I've spelt it wrong. How can you spell events wrong? It's not picking up on the E. There we go. There we go. That should take you to it. events.thepaperhaven.co.uk/product shares. I've also launched my parcel in the post for July early, and up until Christmas now, from July to December, I'm going to be offering 2 parcel in the post every month, because I'm aware that people are keen to get festive, keen to get making with the Christmas stuff. So there's going to be a non-festive parcel in the post, and it's the pansies, and there's going to be a festive parcel in the post, and it's the tidings of Christmas. And they are the same, £20 each, but if you did order both, you save £2 and you get them both for 38. So that's great. The festive one is just ahead at the minute of the pansies. Talking of which, I have a summer stamper stack on the 17th of July, and it's £32, and you're going to make 12 cards and get a full pack of the pansy papers plus some ribbon, and all sorts of bits and bobs to do that. So here's, this one's got bent on my way from home. So we're going to be doing that on the 17th. You don't have to watch it live, you can watch it in your own time. So that's 17th of July, so that's 2 weeks on Saturday. But you can watch, as I say, you can watch them whenever. They will remain on my channel. And then this afternoon, I'm going to be demonstrating this, because my class closes for booking today, and it's next Saturday, so fingers crossed it all comes, for the Plentiful Plants class. Yeah, and I'm going to be showing you them with those dies, with the picture this dies as well. I'm going to team them with those today. So please tune in to Facebook this afternoon at 1:30, and I'm going to be sharing some ideas with you. So thanks for watching today. I will see you next Tuesday for week 5 of Coffee and Card, and we will be back, well, I'll be obviously on Facebook this afternoon at 1:30, but Craig and I will be back on Thursday night for Paper Crafts and Piano, week 55, and we shall see you then. So have a great Tuesday, sunny Tuesday, and thank you for tuning in. Bye.